Hello and welcome to this short documentary. My name is Shay Keeley. I'm a media production student at the Northwest Regional College. This video is going to document 3 entrepreneurial stories. My own, someone who's getting into it, and someone who's spent most of their life being an entrepreneur. Our main focus though is going to be that of Derry. And as it descends into the darkness and coldness of winter, we see a lot of changes occurring. One notable change is the pace at which people walk, as they're in much more of a hurry to get in from the cold, harsh weather. But one thing that stays consistent through all seasons is the music culture. So that's our focus: music entrepreneurship in Derry. Was it tough to transition from band to band, and socially, was it tough, like if you had a family at that time?
Well, when I was with Harmony, I didn't have any family until I was playing with Out of the Blue.
All right.
And at that stage when I started, we had 2 children, Rebecca and Megan, and Karen was pregnant with Aoife. It can be sore on a family. I tried my best. At the same time, you're earning money to support the family.
Yes.
Which is very important. But you lost out in other ways. You lost out having time at the weekends with your family because you were always on a phone call.
Yeah.
A band maybe cancelled, can you play tonight? And you had to just leave. And you normally left 8:30, you wouldn't be back till maybe 3:30 in the morning. Next day you're tired, you don't get up until 2 o'clock. That day's gone, the children are up playing about. Then that night, if you're going away again, you get up, you get washed, and you're away again 6 hours later. So you don't have much of a family life, although that was only at the weekend.
All right.
During the week, you got time to catch up with the children, but at the weekend it was very tiring. So to me, it works for some people. It worked for me. I was able to manage it, but I definitely was very, very tired at the weekends. Now, I can't take it out of family life.
All right. So, from what you just told me, would you consider your career in the music industry a success or a failure?
Oh, I would class it as a success,
Right.
because I've enjoyed what I do. I still do the odd one, the odd gig, and I get a lot of satisfaction out of that.
That's good.
But when I was doing it and Out of the Blue, the first Out of the Blue was a cousin, Liam, and a Jim, and we were all good friends, which it really means that you gel better if you're friends. We were like I always imagined us like a football team.
Yeah.
Football teams can read each other on the pitch. We could read each other on the stage. If there's going to be a change in a song, we knew it was going to change without telling each other. And we would never practice. Jim or Liam would come in and say, right, here's a song I wouldn't mind doing. And we would just do it. We were so tight together as a band. We were rough and ready, but it really worked for us.
Do you have any advice for someone who's getting into entrepreneurship in the music industry?
As long as you have that passion, it's going to be hard work. When we started out, there weren't that many people doing what we did. Now everyone can play an instrument. They can learn guitar online, but you can do everything online now, and it's such a harder industry. But if you have the passion and the love for it, you go for it.
That's good.
You will get rewarded. You will get rewarded for your hard work, but it takes a lot of perseverance now to get everything together and stick with it. It's not, you're just not going to walk out onto a stage and be found. You have to work at it. Really say that if you love it, just keep going for it.
As Martin says, times have changed. To be an entrepreneur nowadays, it is often very difficult as the industry is just so populated. I feel that it is so populated because of the fact that there's such a high unemployment rate in this part of Northern Ireland. It was happily reported by the BBC that the employment rate was going up and it was at 68%. Now, in the grand scheme of the UK, it is still below the average of 75%. It's actually ranked one of the lowest out of 12 regions in the UK. Me, for example, I started a small production company in my hometown just because I knew that there wouldn't be many jobs elsewhere. I'm even beginning to branch into Derry, going door to door to small businesses asking if they would like a promotional video done for Facebook or Twitter, just as a small promotion for their company. Which does involve a lot of denial, but once you do find a client, the bond is even better because we're both small companies. Now, for me to find clients, it may be difficult but in some cases, it's a lot more likely for me to get a client than for me to get a standard job. And I feel that a lot of young people feel the way that I do. So, welcome. What made you want to start music?
It's kind of funny. I had never had an interest in music or singing before until P4, where the teacher was asking people for solos. So of course, we all have that stage in our lives where we're like, dare me to do this. So I was like to my friend, dare me to go up here? And she was like, yeah. So I went up and I sang my heart out, scared as hell, closed my eyes, opened them to find everyone like this. And I automatically thought, oh shit, did I sound like a cat being strangled?
Yeah.
And then my teacher turns to me and is like, you have an amazing voice, would you like to do the solo? And I'm like, what? Huh?
So you seen in the previous interview, there was a few words at the end, for people like you. Did you find the words useful at all? And do you have anything to add on to it from your observations?
Yeah, I think they were really motivational. Like, I think everything that he said probably sums up. A lot of the times I'm doubting myself, I'm like, should I do this? Am I good enough? But as he said in the video, or the interview, sorry, if you love it and if you have a passion for it, to go for it. And I'm just going to go with that because I think doubt clouds a lot of people's goals in life. And it's just like, if you love it, what else can you do? Like, you're not going to settle for anything else.
So we're going into 2019 with our heads held high, as the next generation of entrepreneurs and innovators are all around us. And personally, I'm very, very interested and excited for the future of dairy. I feel like this study is one of the best examples for showing determination in young people. The thought of taking control over your future really resonates with me, and I'm so happy to be a part of this amazing community.